Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lucia and this is Lulu's Leaves.
I'm no good at being good, but I never said I was. And I feel misunderstood, cause I'm trying hard to love.
In today's video, I am going to be going over some amazing, easy, lazy girl plant hacks, and I'm so excited to share them with you guys. I thought this would be a really great video because a lot of us are getting back into our normal routines and we have a lot of plants and we don't necessarily have a lot of time to take care of them. So with that being said, hacks are an amazing way to save you time and effort in a lot of cases as well. So yeah, stay tuned if you are interested in hearing more about that. But before I do get straight into it, if you guys are not already subscribed to my channel, don't forget to do so down below by clicking that subscribe button. We just hit 10,000 subscribers and I'm so excited about that. I'm so grateful for all of your guys' support. Also, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up as well. That helps me out a ton. I also have YouTube memberships available if you want to join at any level. You gain access to a Discord group chat, and then if you want to join at the top 2 tiers, you also gain access to some extra content that is super fun. So if you're interested, definitely click that button down below. There might be a join button there for you, but if not, there's also a link in the description to join. With all of that out of the way though, let's get straight on into today's video. My first plant hack for the lazy plant parent is to schedule watering times. I know this might sound really strange because most people say not to water your plants on a schedule. I want to mention that I'm not telling you to water your plants on a schedule, but book some time out of your day instead to look after them. I like to set myself an alarm twice a week and just spend half an hour looking over my plants. And I like to do so in sections. So if one day I do my living room, another day I will do my plant room. It really depends what I'm feeling, but it definitely gives you the ability to look over your plants a little bit more thoroughly. And it actually ends up saving you time overall because you're not going over every few days to random plants. If you do that, you're gonna miss over something and something is going to suffer. So what I recommend is definitely booking some time out of your day to just look after each and every one of your plants if they need it. Another great way to save yourself some time is to put your plants in cover pots or in plastic trays to catch the water. I find taking your plants over to the sink or over to your bathtub or your shower can take a little bit of time, and it makes it a lot easier if you can water your plants in place, at least in my experience. So definitely what I recommend is making sure that you have something to catch the water under all of your plants so that you're not running around looking for something to catch the water, and you can also just water your plant whenever you see fit rather than whenever you have the time to run around. As you guys know, in my plant room, I have a lot of my plants in clear pots, which again is another great thing to do, especially if you don't want to be guessing when you need to water your plants. In that room, I mostly have trays for my plants because I do like to see the roots of my more expensive plants at all times. Where in this room, I like to have my plants in pots because it really does help me save time watering them. These guys get neglected a little bit more, if I'm going to be honest, just because, you know, I don't have as much value attached to them. I still do love all of my plants, but because I didn't spend as much money on them, I don't feel as bad if I kill them, which sounds, you know, a little bit bad, but I feel like if you don't feel the same as I do, you're lying to yourself. That really goes for anything in life. If you have a higher value attached to something, you are likely going to take care of it a little bit more diligently. So yeah, I like to keep my plants out here in cover pots and my plants in the plant room in clear plastic trays. Both ways work great for saving you time when watering your plants. Another thing that I find super helpful when taking care of houseplants is to fill up your watering can directly after you water your plants. What I would normally do is I would fill up my watering can, water all of my plants, and when it's empty, I kind of just give up right then and there. But the best way to save yourself time in the long run and to help you take better care of your plants is to fill that watering can up when you're finished watering all of your plants. This saves you so much time in the long run, and when you walk by a plant that is a little bit thirsty, instead of having to go fill up that watering can randomly, you already have water ready, so you can save that plant from dehydration. Another reason this is a really great thing to do is because when you do fill up your watering can ahead of time, you're actually letting it sit out to release any harmful chemicals. So it's not as great as, let's say, distilled water, but it's usually a lot better than water that comes straight out of your tap and immediately goes into your plant. So next time you're watering your plants, just take that extra minute and refill your watering can and put it in a convenient place. If you have multiple watering cans, try to keep one in every room that you keep plants, and that will just make your life a lot easier. Trust me, I have tried this and it works so well. Usually when I see a sad plant, I put it off because I'm too lazy to fill up my watering can. But when I have one available, I just feel so much better about myself and my plants are happier. Another great thing that you can do to save yourself some time, save yourself some effort, if you're having a lot of trouble with a certain plant and you aren't able to water it as much as you probably need to, some plants can actually grow hydroponically. What that means is that some plants can actually handle growing in water long term. And while a lot of people will say it's not the best for your plant, and you know, it's true, sometimes it's not the best for your plant, and if you're not supplementing with nutrients, it can be detrimental to your plant. But if you really don't have the time to water it and you just want to, you know, do a quick little save of your plant, try putting it in some water and letting it recover there. And if it grows water roots and it's happy, you may as well keep it there for a little bit and see how it does. I'll probably get some hate for that one, but growing your plants in cups of water is not the end of the world, especially with a lot of syngoniums, pothos, philodendrons. A lot of those guys actually do pretty well growing in water. I've had a few philodendrons that I've grown in water for the last 2 years. They were just propagations that I never ended up potting up, and they're doing just fine now. And honestly, I never have to take care of them. All I have to do is replace the water about once a month. That's as frequently as I do it. And I do also like to add a little bit of fertilizer when I do, just so that that plant is a little bit happier. I have really had no issues growing plants in water. Sometimes you're going to get a little bit of rot after you transfer it from soil to water, but that's pretty common, and you just have to cut off those rotting roots and new ones will grow in their place. Instead of growing your plants on a moss pole or on, you know, a nice plank, sometimes we just don't have the time to make one or go buy one, but there are really easy solutions for this. The next hack that I want to tell you guys about is using chopsticks or straws as little moss poles. Obviously, your plants aren't going to be able to dig into the straw or the, you know, chopstick. I mean, it might be able to dig into the chopstick if it's a wooden one, but this at least will help support your plant. If it's one that likes to fall over or grows really tall and you just don't have the time to go buy something, you can definitely use what you have in your own home to make it through for the time being. I want to encourage you guys to recycle different things that might seem like garbage. I know that a lot of people like to use their Starbucks cups or their Tim's cups to grow their plants in, obviously the plastic ones. And I think that's just great. Honestly, I love clear pots, and that's a great way to get them for free. Just poke a few holes in the bottom of the cup and it works just the same. So while this hack is really, you know, use random stuff to stake up your plants, also use stuff and recycle stuff to pot your plants if you feel like it. Well guys, I know that was kind of a shorter video, but I really hope you guys did enjoy it. Let me know down below in the comments what your hack is, what you like to do to save some time and effort when it comes to taking care of your plants. I know that I'm a little bit of a lazy plant parent sometimes, so these tricks and tips have really helped me out. I hope they help you out just the same. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe to my channel by clicking the button down below. Also, if you want to give this video a thumbs up, that helps me out a ton. I also have YouTube memberships if you guys are interested. At the top 2 tiers, you gain access to some extra content as well, which is really exciting. But yeah, that's going to be all from me, guys. Thank you so much for sticking around. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!